Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And we survived Hurricane Milton. Not only did we survive it, I streamed 2 shows right in the heart of the hurricane yesterday. It was battering Orlando here. And certainly that was something that I had not experienced for a storm of that level, had not experienced before. So that was really quite an amazing thing to be a part of. Certainly, I would rather not have. And I do want to thank you all for the well wishes and the prayers that people made and the comments that people made. Thank you so much for that. It meant a whole lot to me. So I do appreciate that. Appreciate our wonderful community here. Okay. So wherever you are tuning in from around the world, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining. We're going to talk about who is selling Bitcoin. Is it the US government? Is it Mt. Gox? Is it others? And we know the Germans are all out of Bitcoin. They sold them all. So who is selling Bitcoin? That's something that we should be aware of and know what is going on there with the Bitcoin price. We're going to talk about October history. It's very important. History doesn't always repeat, but it often rhymes. So we want to know about when we can expect the takeoff here for October, and is the low in for October as well, of course. And as always, you know what I'm going to say. If you're a regular watcher, smash that like button. This helps get this content out to more people and does help support the channel. Really do appreciate that. And again, all the comments that people, the kind words, encouraging words and comments that people leave. Thank you so much for that. And all those questions that we have put in below, I do look to get back to those as soon as I am able to. So let's jump into the show. Remember, there is links below in the description of this video and every video that I put out. The cheat sheet is at the top because all of the links are actually in the cheat sheet. So you could go to see all the links in the description or just jump straight to the cheat sheet. We've got tons of entries and take profit levels there, as well as a bunch of other great resources, links. And Discord link is also in there if you're not in the Stocks with Josh Discord, the most amazing Discord on the planet. You can sign up by clicking the link below in my cheat sheet, or in, the link is also in the description. I'm in the crypto channel there daily. So first of all, we are going to talk about some couple of interesting things before we actually get talking to who is selling Bitcoin. Now, a couple of historical things that are very key about Bitcoin is, number one, we've had 5 green Septembers in Bitcoin's history, and 5 out of 5 those occasions have gone out. We've closed a positive fourth quarter with an average, where we take out some of the outliers of the earlier years with these massive gains at around 50%. Okay, so if Bitcoin was to go 50% from here, then we would see, over $80,000, $90,000 Bitcoin there. So, okay. Also, on average, the Bitcoin low in October was generally in on average by October 10th. Okay. And yesterday was October 10th and it set a new low. Isn't that pretty incredible? And I've been saying this on this channel for many weeks, that this could be the last opportunity to buy. If you look at all the titles of my videos, it's last chance, pack your bags, get ready, and so forth. Also, I thought it was very interesting in a halving year. So this is on average across all the Bitcoin years in October. The low is generally in by the 10th. In a halving year, the Bitcoin low has come in on the bit of an outlier in 2012 on the 26th, then on the 2nd, and the 5th. The 2nd and the 2nd. So 26 on the 12th, 2012, the 2nd of October on 2016, the 2nd of October on 2020. However, in non-halving years, but in a bull run, so these are other years, but in a bull run, it's come in on the 5th, the 1st, and the 11th. So if you take it in totality in a bull market years, the only outlier there is the 26th, and it's definitely always been in by the 11th. However, if this does end up being the October low here, it will have come in on the 10th in a halving year, which is, we would have 26, 2, 2, and 10. And in the non-halving years, the 5th, 1st and 11th. Now, correlating to that, the Bitcoin October highs in a halving year, again, 2012 was a little bit of an outlier. The high came in the 4th and the low was on the 26th. Okay, so, but otherwise it's coming on the 29th and the 31st in 2016 and 2020. So I am putting more weight on those dates that are more recent. Okay, and then in a non-halving year, but in a bull market, okay, not in a bear market, it came in on the 24th, the 31st, and on the 20th. Overall, across all Octobers, the October high was in by the 21st. So if history does repeat, then we will have 11th. This could be the last day because that's the latest in a bull run that we have had the low yesterday or today. And then the high would come in historically, therefore, we had the 29th, the 31st, the 24th, 31st, the average rate. So somewhere in the last week of October. But this would just go along with the kind of pattern that we've established with a low in the first week of July and a high in the last, repeated in August and repeated in September. Are we about to repeat that in October? So I thought that's very, very interesting data there. I believe that whales accumulate 1.5 million. I wonder where they got it from. How about taking a look at the loss-making sales on exchange? In the last 24 hours, 24,000 Bitcoin was sold at a loss. People panic sold because they're not watching the Tribal Trades video. They don't understand the Bitcoin history. What is going on here? It's the short-term holders that have panic sold the Bitcoin. Absolutely unbelievable. Where in the meantime, whales accumulated 1.5 million Bitcoin. You wonder where they picked it up from. They picked it up from short-term holders who panic sold the dip. Absolutely unbelievable. Just in the last 24 hours, you can't make this stuff up. Make it make sense, people. And so that who is selling Bitcoin, it is not the US government. It is not even the Mt. Gox. It is short-term holders that panic sold their Bitcoin. Now here we have 285 days have passed in 2024. If we don't see a jump in the next 14 days, this will mark the longest sideways movement in a halving year in history. We are 14 days away. D-Day, 14 days away. So if we see that, that would be around about, I guess, the 25th. 4th of October. So mark that on your calendars, the 24th of October, if we haven't taken off by then. And that could be the case. And that could lead to a lot of people having anxiety and thinking that it's not going to happen, not realizing that we still have 14 days because it has gone sideways longer previously. So don't think that if we get to mid-October, oh no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to jump on in October. If we get to the 20th or 21st, don't go, oh no. Look, even if we get to the 25th, 26th of October, certainly it would only be 1 or 2 days longer than the longest period of sideways accumulation. Okay, so stay the course and realize that this is still fairly within a normal range of what we had for as far as the reaccumulation phase. And that's what we are in, the reaccumulation phase there, okay? And then we have that, here we go. Whales have accumulated 1.5 million Bitcoin over the past 6 months, signaling potential price gains in the horizon. So while short-term holders have been selling, the whales have been accumulating. Although one whale has decided they're going to, after how many years? 12.7 years of holding, they have now moved. Their Bitcoin has woken up, and they've got, it was worth $605 in 2012, and it's 100 Bitcoin. It's now worth $6 million. Okay, so certainly will be interesting to see if that whale, and you can go through to Whale Alert and follow that a wallet to see if they end up selling that Bitcoin, or they're maybe just trying to scare the pants off some people like Hurricane Milton was trying to do yesterday. All right, we're going to quickly jump into the Bitcoin charts here. And what do we have here? The 200 EMA on the daily. I don't know how many times you've heard me say the 200 EMA on the daily being a rock star place in any Bitcoin bull run. If you go back and look, and we've done it in the past, and I'm not going to do it again today, how powerful this 200 EMA is in a bull run. Not only does Bitcoin usually find a lot of support there, and look at this, there was a wick below and it closed above the 200 EMA on the daily. Even if it had closed below it on the 200 EMA on the daily, like it did here and here, I would have just seen it as a dip buying opportunity. Why? Because historically in bull runs, Bitcoin does not wander far from the 200 EMA, nor to the downside. It does wander far from it to the upside. But to the downside, the 200 EMA, it does not wander far. Buying opportunity, but it does not stay below there for very long. Here, it only stayed below for about a week. Here, it stayed below for a few days, and then about another week here. And here probably was the longest period of time it stayed below there, probably for about maybe 3 weeks there. But it does not stay below there very long, and it always has historically presented a good buying opportunity. What does that mean? If history repeats, this will end up being a great buying opportunity right now for Bitcoin at this 200 EMA at around $60,000. Again, it's the same thing. What did I say yesterday? I said it on Josh's show the other day. I've said it all week, that this is right here. The 200 simple moving average is a line to get above, retest it as support. So it'll come above it. It will come back to it. It will retest it. It will have a successful retest. And this could be a grand entry on this trade to ride this up at least to the 66 level. Now, yes, we do have some resistance up here at 64,800. Okay, so there is a break that needs to happen here. You can see this is where we broke down from, right here around 64,800, 65. We've struggled to get past it here. We broke above it momentarily here, but came right back. And then right here, we didn't get above it here. And we closed below. Look at the closes below the 200 simple moving average, the 200, but we got the 50-day moving average. So while the price is above, like it is now, this will be moving up. While it's below the 200, this will be moving down. This is bullish, because these will start to converge and we'll get what we call a golden cross, which is very, very bullish for Bitcoin. So front running it. And look, you can wait for confirmation. You can wait and get a break above here, or a break above the 64,800 and get in the trade here. But also, again, historically, this has been a golden buying opportunity for Bitcoin historically. Now, this is why I said to you when we came down here that I said, didn't I say to you, I wasn't prepared to say that the bottom was in. And I was right, because we made a new bottom, okay? All right. Now, is a new bottom in now? Possibly because the funding rate went slightly itsy bitsy negative. We went into fear, but not by much. We didn't go to extreme fear. Certainly. So there could be some more downside, but certainly if this wasn't the bottom, I think we are fairly close here. Certainly there's a lot to go in October. There's 14 more days that we could see. Obviously there's the the US government, the Silk Road, just overhanging on the market. Look, they may never sell that, by the way. Just because courts have opened a permission for them to sell it doesn't mean that they're going to sell it. Certainly they could end up holding that. They don't want to look foolish like the German government. But okay, so what have we got here? We came down to the 59 level. Certainly we could still come down and test this 57 to 58 level here. Okay, and a lot of people yesterday, as soon as we lost this, they were, 57, 58 isn't coming. But you've got to wait. Just because it goes below, that's not a confirmed break. And first of all, what do you need? You need a break, and you need a successful rejection here. Just like we're looking on the other side, we need a test and a successful retest before a break to the upside. And instead of rejection, we got a successful retest, okay? And not only did we get a successful retest off the 200 EMA on the daily, we've also broken above the 50-day moving average. So let's see if we get a break and a successful retest there of this. So there was no rejection here. Now look, if we come down and then come back up, and on the retest of this as resistance, failed that retest and rejected, sure, then I'm saying 57, 58. We've got to wait and be patient to see if we are going to see whether this is just going to be a falling knife, because we just don't want to buy this level. It just breached right through it. But as we came back up to retest it, there was no rejection. In fact, it went back above and then retested and found support, and we are fine for the moment. So let's see if that was it or whether there is more downside to come. This is a very bullish wick there. There was a lot of buy pressure there, and so this is overall looking quite good and healthy, and it's quite possible that this was now the low, okay? And so we do see just on the shorter time frame that we've got a little bit of a downtrend there. We do need to break back above what I'm looking at here at around 64,500, which would also be breaking back above the 200 simple moving average there. And of course, I've given you the targets to the downside. So that is the rundown for today. And as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? Certainly we hope to see some entertainment to the upside for Bitcoin in this coming month. So until the next episode, which is coming up in a couple of hours here, the Altcoin Show, happy trading.